Yo, what's going on, America and the rest of the world? Xander J. Hobson here, comedian, director, and producer of boxing documentaries and troll. To those who need trolling, this here is another episode of Off the Ropes Comedy, brought to you by the Brilliant Artist Movement. So today, folks, I am at the Veterans Administration Hospital in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and I bumped into a friend of mine. This man is a former U.S. Marine, but he's also a former professional boxing champion, Marvin Mack. Talk to the people, champ. Talk to them and tell them what's going on with you, champ. Give it to me.
Oh, everything is good. Boxing is over. Now I design clothes, I make hats.
We're here now with Marvin Mack. You design hats.
Yes, I do. Marvin Mack is not a name, it's an attitude. Cool, calm, collected.
Marvin Mack's business persona was born in the boxing ring. A professional pugilist for 8 years, Mack compiled 18 career wins. What skills did you learn in boxing and disciplines that you've transferred to this hat-making business?
When I first went to the gym, you seem like you're so far away from where you're trying to get to, and then you just stay at it, and then it seems like, wow, I'm here. So it just seems like it just happens, but it's the consistency that allows you to get to wherever you want to go.
And jumping into the ring of fashion design was always part of the plan. So how did you go from a guy who was knocking guys out to a guy who's making people look good?
You know, I had always wanted to do fashion since I was 13. I knew I wanted to do this. And boxing had sidetracked me from making clothes because I was doing pretty well in boxing.
What does the hat do to the finished product?
With men, their accessories can give them a whole different look. Put on a pair of glasses, throw on a certain hat, and it changes their whole attitude. That's what these hats do. You know, every king and queen deserves a crown. Choose yours wisely. It's not a name, it's an attitude. Marvin Mack.
Well, sir, you've always been a calm, cool, collective guy, sir. You are a veteran of more than 30 professional fights, I believe, sir. Fought for the world championship over in North Korea. Champ, listen, talk to the people. Give them an outline of what it was like being you, champ. Let's go, champ.
I'm just easy with it. You know what I mean? I go do the work, put the work in the gym, did the running, all those things that was needed to get to be champions. I fought for the championship in Korea, 15 rounds. I'm not one of them dudes to be like, oh, I lost, they robbed me, but I thought they robbed me.
Right. Well, champ, like I said, I remember back in the day, I met you around 1983 up at the Champs Gym. Guys like yourself, Vaughn Turtle Hooks, Willie Torres, Jesse Thunder Ferguson, James Black Gold Schuler, champ. Come on, champ. Yeah. You was with these guys. I see you in the ring with these guys. Champ, give me the throwback, sir. Take me through a little brief walk from the amateurs to the pros to the championship and now into retirement, sir, where you are selling men's hats, ties like the one you just gave the young lady. Let's go, champ. Let's go.
Well, you know, my attitude is look good, feel good, perform better. So I try to create stuff that people would like. To me, fashion is like an art. So I take it as that and create art of type products that people can enjoy and wear. But as far as boxing, I haven't really been following boxing as much as I used to. You know, I used to watch all the old fights, Sugar Ray Robinson, Archie Moore, Jersey Joe Walcott, all those guys was like, they was the truth. And the fighters today are the truth now, but they go about things a little bit differently. So I don't really follow it as much as I used to.
Well, champ, you know, there's much more money in boxing in 2025 than there was in the 80s, champ. I mean, back then, a guy was lucky if he got a $250,000 purse. Nowadays, champ, they're giving away $250,000 like they're giving away dollar bills at a strip club. So, champ, I didn't hear you say anything about your former stablemate, sir. Willie Torres, Vaughn Turtle Hooks, Jesse Thunder Ferguson, all of you guys competed at the top level of boxing. Come on, champ.
Well, Vaughn Hooks, me and him fought in the amateurs. He hit me with a shot I'm still looking for because I got stopped. I got stopped 2 times in my boxing career. That was by Vaughn Hooks and Lenny LaPaglia. Lenny LaPaglia was a TKO. He hit me with a good shot. I was mad as hell that the ref stopped the fight. But when I went home and looked at the fight, I was glad as hell as he did because you can seriously get hurt in this profession. So, but Willie Torres. I fought Willie Torres. I lost a decision to him in Atlantic City. I thought I won that, but you know, it is what it is. But I talked to Calvin Kelly just the other day.
Wait a minute, champ. Wait real quick. We're talking about Kelvin Special K Kelly, the former Pennsylvania light heavyweight champion. Sir, is this who we're talking about?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So, you know, like, I don't see a lot of guys that I used to box with because I'm just not in that arena anymore, or going to the fights or anything like the way that I used to. So I don't really get to see them guys. I'm just more into creating products that people enjoy and feel good about, so that, you know, that.
Well, champ, listen, I know you're out here, you're promoting your new endeavors, your hat brands, your ties, and all your men's clothing. Champ, tell the people how they can get in touch with you, because when they watch this video, they might say, hey, that's a slick hat the champ has on there. Where can I get that from? Let's go, champ.
Okay. I'm working on a website. When the website is up, I'll get with you so that we can do this all over again, and I can give them the information that's needed so that they can get in touch with it.
But you got a phone number, champ. Somebody might want to call you directly, champ. You know, what if some beautiful lady sees this interview? They say, you know what? He's a smooth, cool-looking guy. I don't think he has a wedding ring on his hand. You know what? Maybe I might want to reach out to this fella. Sir, are you willing to give out your information, or will you just leave it at that? What are we doing, champ?
I'm going to leave it at that right now, but I've been married for 32 years.
Okay.
My ring got lost, but we still together. Everything is good.
Hey, champ, listen, I apologize if I was disrespectful and overstepped the bounds, champ.
You was good. You was good.
Okay.
You didn't know. It's up to me to let you know.
Okay.
You know, now I could have wrote it out like, yo, yeah, that's what's up, but no, I'm good.
How do you feel?
Oh, I've never felt better in my life, Felix. The question is, how do you feel?
Hold up. Oh, that's not my phone.
That was somebody else, champ.
Yeah.
That was somebody else.
Hey, listen, the bell ring. I might start throwing punches and shit. Get the flashback.
The hallways of the VA hospital with the champ, Marvin Mack, you know, former North American Boxing Federation super middleweight champion, Philadelphia VA. This man's a former U.S. Marine. Tell us about life in the Marines, champ. You was there. That's why you're able to reap the benefit of the Veterans Administration Hospital. Let's go, champ.
Well, I mean, the Marine Corps is just what it is, the Marine Corps. But, you know, it's a lot of opportunity in here for people. You know, for me, it was great because I went, but I never boxed in the Marine Corps. I never boxed. Maybe I should have, but I never did because I knew that I wanted to turn professional real soon. I didn't want to hang around in the amateurs. Because you know what? Sometimes amateurs, you can hang around the amateurs too long.
Right.
You know, whereas though, and then by the time you turn pro, you burnt out. Because you look at it, you sparring every day, then you fighting the amateur fights, 300 and some amateur fights. I think I had 23 amateur fights, and then I turned pro. I didn't, you know.
Right.
Yeah, so, you know, it's like that.
Right.
But the Marine Corps is good. I mean, hoorah. That's all I can say is hoorah.
Nice. Jesse Ferguson was a Marine. Jesse Thunder Ferguson, your former stablemate for Mike Tyson, beat James Buster Douglas.
Some real good body work. Or is a good left and right hand. That's all we're talking about. If he can come in with that kind of combination, Douglas could be in some problems.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a decision. It's a majority decision. Let me give you the official scoring. Judge Rocky Castellani scores at 5 rounds to 5 even. Judge William Kostrom scores at 7 rounds to 2, 1 round even. And Judge Richard F. Murray scores it 6 rounds to 3, 1 round even for the winner, who is now the ESPN Eastern Heavyweight Champion, Jesse Thunder Ferguson.
Oh, he beat He beat Buster Douglas.
Yeah, he beat him.
Buster Douglas.
He beat. I think he beat Buster Douglas for the ESPN heavyweight title. Jesse Ferguson.
Right, that was before Tyson, wasn't it?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
That's when he was up and coming.
Yeah, but see, a lot of people slept on Buster Douglas too. Buster Douglas could fight. You just didn't know which one was showing up to fight. You know what I mean? So when he beat Mike, it wasn't no big surprise.
Were you in the ESPN tournament?
Yeah, I fought TNT Brody in the ESPN. That's where me and Kelvin Kelly fought in the ESPN tournament.
Okay.
And he beat me. He won the decision. We fought at Trump Casino. They gave us outstanding fighter of the night. I think it was like a $500 bonus. And they sent us a watch. You know, Donald Trump's from the hotel. Budweiser was sponsoring it, so they gave me. I believe I still have it, but somewhere in the drawer. But yeah, we fought and they gave us a bonus because it was an outstanding fight. So we gave it all we had, and we knew each other. We were real good buddies, but we fought like we was thieves.
You know, it's crazy, champ. When I think about it, man, hey man, you was MAGA before MAGA was MAGA.
Nah, no, thank you. I fought TNT Brody on a 24-hour notice, and Brody was like a knockout artist, 13 or something. He had like a lot of knockouts, just like Pancho Carter. And those guys, I beat those guys. I seen to beat the heavy punchers. You know, but, just good boxing skills. He was in the ring. At times, I got caught up into fighting in close. You know. A lot of machoism, I guess.
Well, y'all guys used to war, man. It was from the gym fighting, man. Y'all guys used to war really hard in that gym. As a fact, I used to stick around in the gym, so that I can watch you guys spar after I got finished training.
Yo, listen, we used to be sparring, right? And the corner people, the trainers, be so much into the fight, they forget to give the time. They forget to say time. We end up doing 5-minute rounds, 6-minute rounds. So yeah, you know, and when I went to San Diego and I watched those guys spar out there, it was a total, complete different setup. They didn't work like they did in Philly. And the thing about it, and I seen, it was somebody at fighting, I don't remember the name. But this guy, he was in the gym and it looked like he was just pity packing. But at the fight, when it was fight night, he looked good. So you didn't need all of those wars, but that's what Philly was known for, gym wars. You know what I mean? Sometimes you do better going to see them spar than going to the fight because they was, you know, it was so much stuff that they was getting into as far as boxing, and that's how it was. I remember. James Schuler, God bless him, he was good. James was a good fighter. You know? And I was there when he fought Tommy Hearns. I was his sparring partner. I just thought that the information that they was flooding them with all of this, do this, do that, do this, do this, do that, and it was more confusing than anything. You know what I mean? So, but I don't know nothing. I was just there.
Trunks, black gold has the black stripe. Tommy Hearns with a new short haircut, taking a little weight off the top of his head. A little less protection. That's right. There's that piston-like jab of Hearns. And Schuler has an excellent jab as well.
Jim, you have two well-skilled fighters here. They were two of our best amateurs probably in the last 10 years. You're going to see a good technical bout.
Solid shots to the body by Thomas Hearns, but Schuler stayed right there with him. Left hook back from Schuler. Another ripping left hook to the body. And a right. That moved Schuler backwards. Straight right by Hearns.
Not only moving back, it's in the bottom. There we go.
Another one. A right hand by Hearns.
You know, when I was in Korea training for the fight, Chow Pao Parks, when they sparred, they shared the ring. It was 4 people in the ring boxing instead of 2 people. Like I was boxing, whoever I was boxing, or working out, doing my shadow boxing and whatnot. And they had somebody over to the side. They were sparring each other. So it was crazy.
Y'all could have paired off, man. If you ain't like how I was going with the guy you was boxing, you could have started boxing the other guy.
Yeah, well, you know, it was just, you know, it was something new to me. So it was like, whoa, wait a minute, they in the ring while we in the ring.
Yeah.
And that's how they go. But you know, I was when I was fighting Chow Pao Parks, I went to hit him with a body shot, and he took and put his elbow out like that, and I hit that joint. My whole arm was numb for about 2 rounds.
He took your arm from you.
Yeah, he that was a karate move that he did. He stuck the elbow out there, and it just boom.
You know what? It's odd that you would say that, right? Because you know, I used to box with Gary Hinton.
Right.
And Gary Hinton used to elbow your forearms, man. So to hear you say that, I haven't thought about that for a long time. But when you just now mentioned that, it made me think about Gary Hinton.
Right. And Benny Briscoe used to punch you in the hips. You know, after a while of that, you know, it takes your mobility away from you.
Right.
You know, and that's the thing. Like with fighters, they need to know how to fight inside, and they know how to, you know, do the Ali thing too with the distance and whatnot like that. Because you know, a lot of the older fighters, they were more of an inside type fighting. You know, short punches like Joe Louis. You couldn't throw a short punch on the other side of the ring. You had to be in close. To hit them with those type of punches that would do what it needed to do to win the fight. So it's, you know, it's a lot of little things that you could. What I would suggest to fighters, just don't look at the champions. Look at all fights, because you can learn a little something from each fight that you see. You know, you say, okay, I'm gonna take that and put that into my arsenal. So when I need it, I'm able to do it. You know, it's a practice like that, taking little things from all the fighters that you see, just not the champions. Because they champion don't mean that they one of the greatest fighters. Because what was his name? He was 13-13. Oh, man.
Fred Pendleton.
Fred Pendleton.
Fred
man,
Pendleton.
Man, you watch Fred fight. Woo, my goodness. Yeah, and he had a record of 13-13, but he could fight his ass off.
You know what's crazy, right? Going back to the old Champ Jim days, I remember when Fred Pendleton faced Darryl Martin for the Pennsylvania title, and I remember Mr. Bowie and Mr. Fisher was like, they thought they had a sweet fight. And I can remember guys like Mr. Quinzel and other guys saying, man, don't sleep on this guy, man. This guy, you know, he didn't lose all them fights, man. He got a bad record, but this dude could fight, man.
Right. And that's the thing about, you know, fighters, they used to call them journeyman fighters. And they say like, oh, well, his record's bad, but them guys can fight.
Yeah.
It was in those wars that they learned this. And I remember one fight that I was seeing in this dude was fighting somebody. I don't know their names, but one guy was an up-and-coming fighter. The other one was a journeyman. He put it to the young boy. He put it to him. And as a matter of fact, that might have ended the young boy's career, because it happens like that.
Herrera is not looking in. Big left hand by Herrera. Round 1 is over. Herrera fighting an intelligent, measured fighter against an awkward fighter. Briefly dazed him early in the round, later came on to land.
the Cesar solo bout in Detroit. Coming into the ring. Hard left hand by Prince Nassim. Seems power that Barrera is fighting the way he is.
Too much chin.
Barrera pounds Nassim into the ring post, risking disqualification. Big left hook by Barrera. And every writer would listen before the fight. And if he loses, it's because it has been written by Allah.
His moment of truth has turned into an hour of torture.
Champ, listen, before I sign off, right, and we appreciate your time. It's always a pleasure to see you. Champ, come on, let's go. Your top favorite boxers, ending with your #1 guy. Let's go, Champ.
Top favorite boxer?
Your top favorite boxers, Champ. Let's
Sugar
go.
Ray Robinson, Muhammad Ali. You know, one thing, let me say one thing about that. You know, a lot of times the loudest things get the attention. Or, you know, fighters, there was a lot of great fighters that you didn't know about that didn't get that media attention that's given that, you know, was the foundation of boxing, that you learned a lot from these guys. Just because they weren't champions or in the media like that doesn't mean that they weren't great fighters.
Correct. So I guess, yeah, you said Muhammad Ali and Sugar Ray Robinson.
Sugar Ray Robinson, Muhammad Ali. I like the Jersey Joe Walcott, Archie Moore, some of the lighter weight guys. I don't remember their names as much as I do them, but Saad Muhammad was, this happened to me one time. It's real funny. I was James Schuler's sparring partner. No, I'm sorry, Ernie Shaver's sparring partner out in the Bahamas when Ali was fighting somebody, and Eddie Mustafa was on the undercard. And I told Scott, I said, yo man, I'm gonna be knocking on your door. He said the flyer shit, he said, just don't knock too loud, I might hear you.
Champ wanted to give a disclaimer about something that he said during the video. Let's go, Champ.
Yeah, I said I was sparring Ernie Shavers. I meant to say Ernie Singletary. He fought Tommy Hearns in the Bahamas, and I was the sparring partner for Ernie Singletary, and that's when I ran into Eddie Mustafa Muhammad, and I told him I would be knocking on his door, and he said the coolest thing, just don't knock too loud, I might hear you.
Eddie Mustafa Muhammad. Well, Champ, listen, man, you know that I've been looking up to you, man. I've been knowing you since I was like 12 or 13 years old.
About that. Well,
I appreciate your time, man. I love you dearly, man. And hey, Champ, can I get a BAM from you? A BAM.
Bam.
BAM. We're out of here. Thank you very much,
right.
Champ. Love you, man.
All right.